Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to be gaming with a mouse. And I have a question to ask. Pure question from your perspective. Whenever you are playing with a mouse or whenever you are playing against the mouse, do you feel the same way as I do, that mouse is kind of a meatball in the game at this point in time? And compared to the rat-a-tat, which is obviously a more powerful counterpart or the next tier, it just feels kind of lackluster. I'm talking about the mouse. Don't get me wrong, the tank still can do a lot of bad things for the enemies, undoubtedly. But it just feels like nothing special or average at best. This is the question which I have for you. Now, looking into the mouse armor, looking into this beautiful, magnificent mother trucker, it doesn't really feel that bad whenever you are meeting someone without good penetration. But for that, usually you need to meet lower tier tanks. And even whenever you are meeting a lower tier tanks, there is a big chance they will load the gold. And there is no such a thing as safe angle for you to angle in order not to get penetrated. But for me, how I do, I like to play with this mother trucking tank. I like to angle it somehow this way, you know? Not necessarily like a brick, but more likely like this. So it is more confusing for the enemy team. At least this is what I noticed. And whenever I have a chance to do that, I definitely do that. Now, once again, to highlight most important thing, mouse is a big, heavy meatball. Speaking about the amount of the hit points and speaking about the speed, it is not the fastest tank in the world of tanks by any shape or any form, but the gun is actually decent, the gun is okay. Penetration could be definitely better, but it is how it is. And all with a vehicle, you know, it is created to keep taking beating from the enemy forces. At least this is how am I looking into this tank, and this is how am I feeling about the mouse myself, right? The tank with which you are either holding position or either trying to make a hardcore pressure through, and you are just simply trying to be annoying for the enemy forces, right? Simple as this. Where the gun goes, you have a nice 490 alpha damage gun with 246 millimeters of penetration with a standard rounds, which is kind of low if you would ask me, but you still can penetrate the enemies and you still can beat them. Now, overall speaking about the gold ammunition, 311 millimeters of penetration is for the most part enough to penetrate most of the folks. Although, you know, you cannot compare yourself against someone who has like 340 millimeters of the penetration. And once again, the gameplay itself is not a rocket science. All you are doing, you are trying to you are going to the heavy flank, or you are holding some sort of angle, and you are just simply trying to side scrap. But once again, a lot of things are depending what kind of enemies are you meeting. If you are meeting the enemies who are not shooting gold, it feels relatively powerful, especially in the lower tier. But if you are meeting enemies who are willing to shoot the gold at you and who can aim to your cheeks, then situation becomes significantly worse, at least in my opinion, right? But once again, that is only me. Luckily that enemies are not the finest and they are not making the best decisions here, so we can just simply annoy them and whatnot. Do you see what we are trying to achieve over there? We are just trying to be enough annoying for the enemies who are playing in this area, and we are trying to slap the mouse into the cheeks, but obviously enemy mouse, he knows what he is doing, so we are shooting pretty much at the same time, right? And he is punishing me, I am punishing him. This is pretty much how the situation is looking like, which is not ideal, but once again, we cannot complain about all of this. We are going to be completely alright. We are going to feel completely alright. Looking into all of this, luckily we made E100 to shoot. We are paying attention at this chieftain with the 3rd mark of excellence, by the way. So, by any shape or any form, not bad. Meanwhile, chieftain is trying to be annoying, which he is. But once again, we are going to be completely alright and we are going to survive. Too bad we missed the shot, it's okay, good luck penetrating us. Actually, we don't wish him luck, we are just trying to annoy this mother trucker, right? Good, good, good. He should not be able to penetrate us that easily, which is okay. And now we want to slap him back. Beautiful. He's down to 200 hit points at this point in time. I'm a bit afraid of the DBV from the middle, but once again, that is okay. And this chieftain is doing a very, very, very good job. Very good job. I am actually impressed how this chieftain played. Very, very, very strong gameplay from his side. It's okay. We are going to make sure that we are going to eliminate our brother from other mother, that being a mouse. That is okay. And since we played in the heavy line, mostly we were going with a gold ammunition for obvious reasons, right? So this game is kind of showing that, yeah, Mother Trucker mouse can do solid things. But there are many games, and I wish that we are going to meet someone who knows what he is doing with a bigger penetration whenever it will just feel like we are meatballs, you know what I mean? Because in this game we actually made the things work quite properly and quite okay. At least that's what I want to believe. Maybe I'm being special and maybe I just think that we played better than we did, but I think we have done a good job overall. Meanwhile, DBV, not a big surprise. Very, very nice. Good. DBV took one for the team. Now I kind of would like to meet the Mr. Cocodrillo, if you know what I mean. That would be very much appreciated, and we are just simply pushing for him. At least that's what I want to believe. Okay, Coco is in the back. We don't really mind too much. There is a Patton sitting in the open field over there. Luckily, he doesn't shoot the gold. What that means, whenever he doesn't shoot the gold, that means that he is sitting in quite a bit of the poo-poo hole. Beautiful. We are making sure to eliminate him from the game, which is very, very nice. And now we are going to turn... I don't really want to turn to the Coco because our 140 together with Clicker, he can eliminate him from the game. At least that's what I want to believe. So instead, let's try to eliminate the Patton. And as a matter of fact, as you can see, our 140 is feeling quite alright, although not anymore. Yeah, and I think this is a game over. Now, hopefully, Mr. Coco will try to push in front like this, but he won't, so he's going for art. It's okay. Bad decision on my end in the end of the day over there. I don't really think that I can complain about this, right? That was my fault. It's okay. No complaints, no regrets. We are feeling quite fine, and the game is over. Beautiful. We made it work. Oh, would you look at that? We are coming back with a victory. And with a solid damage score as well. At least this is how am I looking into all of this. Looking into our performance, 5.4 thousand damage, 4,000 blockade, a bit of assisting damage. We played fine and we did a good job. This mother trucker, by the way, he knew what he was doing. This mother trucker played very, very, very well, and kudos to the X5. Very, very nice. Very solid play with a chieftain. I would never be able to play like he did, truly. That was very, very nice. Anyways, 187,000 profits, but once again, or 89,000 profits, but most of it coming from completing a zillion of the missions and all the bonuses because of the Christmas time. So, not a big surprise. It is completely understandable. Other than that, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game. Let's go for seconds. Okay, round number 2, Oyster Bay standard battle. Tier 10 matchmaking, so nothing too crazy here. I think we are going to be making quite a bit of the pressure in the heavy line, and probably we will play towards the middle or towards this side, depending on how do I feel like. Now, the mouse gameplay, in my opinion, is not to play hold down as you would with many of the heavy tanks out there, right? Even BZT, right? I don't really think that mouse is created for that type of stuff. With the mouse, we want to find the wall and to side scrap a bit, or maybe just to make a hardcore pressure for the enemy forces overall. This is what I am thinking, and this is my, this is what I am aiming to do. And since, you know, the speed of this tank is far away from being ideal, I think that will work. At least I hope that will work. And please, fellas, for me, whenever I am meeting mouse, I never look into the mouse whenever I play tier 9s or tier 10s that it is a very powerful tank in the game, right? Please let me know in the comment section down below, do you feel the same way that whenever you are playing mouse or whenever you are meeting mouse that it doesn't feel as powerful and it feels a bit of like a meatball? That would be very much appreciated. You couldn't stop in the worst position, could you? Now let me guess, I will go through your back and you will say that I'm blocking you. I see. We are okay. We can't complain about this. We are sitting in very, very good position over there. And all we need to do, we need to say hello for the Mr. EBR. This EBR doesn't realize that yet that he is sitting in a big poo-poo hole, which is a good thing for us. So now we want to make a decision. What do we want to do? Do we want to make a hardcore pressure for the enemies like this? Or do we want to stay around this area? Because I have a feeling that staying around this area is the proper choice. And once again, whenever you are playing with a mouse, at least in my opinion, you kind of need to spam the full gold. Maybe I am just being spoiled brat, maybe, but I feel like whenever you are shooting standards in the tier 10, it feels like you are a stinky pooper, right? I feel like this tank is definitely requiring to spam gold left, right, and center. Once again, maybe it's only me being spoiled, but this is how I feel about it. I do not know. Every neat shot that you are missing with this tank, it just feels relatively painful. Okay, this is not that bad. To be fair with you, we can make quite a bit of the pressure and we have a teammate going together with us. So it feels relatively fine. This Jack Pizda won't be able to do anything for us, right? We are feeling okay. And now all we need to do, we need to find the good angle to either slap this Type 71 or either to slap this Jack Pizda. Beautiful shot to Type 71, that is okay. He should not be able to penetrate our upper plate or lower plate. We are feeling okay, and now we can and we will make a bit of pressure for this almighty Jack Pizda. Now, if my calculations are correct, he is not looking at us, he definitely doesn't, and we are just going to slap him once in the back, and we will start turning already, because this is the right way to do the things. 4 seconds, can he escape? 2 seconds, I don't really think he can. He's going straight into the garage, and now all we need to do, we need to say hello for Mr. Drabets, and we need to say hello for the other folks over there. We need to help this BZT as much as we physically and possibly can. That is okay. We are aiming for a lower plate. We are missing the shot, not a big deal, but we are feeling okay because we are just simply making a hardcore pressure right there, and it's not going to be so simple or so easy for them to penetrate us. And this is exactly what we are looking for. This is exactly what we need. Now, Mr. Type 71 is probably thinking how to eliminate this 279E, which he did properly. Good for him, but Type 71 shouldn't be too flabbergasted with this type of situation where he is at, right? He is kind of ignoring us because he is thinking this meatball cannot do absolutely anything anyways, and our BZT just burned it to death. Meanwhile, Type 71 is going to be sent into the garage just like so. Very, very nice. And the rest is history. All we need to do, we need to get some use from all of this. So, you have seen the 2 games already, obviously back-to-back games against the tier 10s and whatnot. Do you think Mouse is a meatball, or it still packs a punch and it still can do a lot of things? Because, how do I feel like in my heart? In my heart, I feel like Mouse is a meatball. But the score is showing something else, and we are gaming like a mother truckers, Whenever I can have a session 5000 damage up, and I can do that relatively consistently, which I can do with a almighty mouse, then, I question myself, if you know what I mean. That is okay, not a big deal. We are feeling quite all right. Now we have met the mouse that is shooting gold and I don't, so that means I need to load the gold ammunition over there. Good. Now we are trying to make a hardcore angle so he won't have too much of the good time to penetrate us. Good, good, good. We have done that successfully. Now all we need to do, we need to aim to his cheek. Very, very nice. Now we are making a different angle once again. It is not so easy, or it's not so simple to penetrate us. Luckily for him, he found a way how to do that. We are slapping him back, which is okay. And this is the most important duel of the day, fellas. Would you look at that? Two mouses meet each other and they're like a bloody sumo fighters trying to figure out which one is the more powerful one, and clearly he is more powerful one because he had a friendly grille coming to support. I mean, we probably could have won that, but either way, that's what I have in this game, or that's what we have done in this game, right? Could be worse, definitely. So let's see the score. Defeat. Unfortunate. It's okay, all good. Relax, take it easy. We are taking our 5,500 damage, only 900 blocked. That's what I'm talking about. Whenever you are dealing with against someone that knows what they are doing, it can be more complicated, right, to block something. But that's okay. We are first by experience, first by the damage, and we got 92,000 profits, although most of the profits are coming from various bonuses for obvious reasons. Everything is okay. Let's go one more. And the last but not least, we are playing in the Siegfried Line standard battle. Okay, let's see what we can do, shall we? What we can do over there. I am thinking at first to take... Actually, there is a couple of the gameplays. We could play over there, we could play right there, we could play here. What do I want to do? Yeah, you know what, let's start everything with a standard gameplay in the city. I think this is going to be the easiest option, and I think this is going to be the best option overall. So how about that? And after that, if we will see that we have a chance to get involved, we definitely will, right? We can see the can opener will turn here, probably. Yes, indeed, he will. Ooh, look at... Whoops. Scusi, I'm sorry, tanks doesn't have a blinkers. I would love to say something else, but I can't. Oh, would you look at that? So, Coco is playing hold down over there. Not really easy way to penetrate this mother trucker by any shape or any form, although we managed to find a great shot. I don't really think that he's feeling happy about his play. But to be completely honest with you, that was his fault and his mistake. And I think he is sitting quite well here, doesn't he? Yes, he does. He managed to find a shot to our cheek, and this is where the mouse is saying, yo, 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 yo. The cheeks can be very easily penetrated. You know what? I have a feeling, maybe this is a stupid feeling, but nevertheless the feeling that I would love to play right here inside this building, okay? That's what I am dreaming about. I know that enemies potentially can flank us like this, but the chance of this happening is probably kind of low one. At least that's what I want to believe. Oh, Concept said hello. Greetings, greetings, sexy beast. I see you. Okay. Let's try to get involved just like so. Hopefully we will have a good enough angle to say hello for every and each mother trucker playing over there. We see Centurion action shit making a mistake. I like mistakes. How are you doing? Minus 450 in the face, that's good. And I think that we can get even more involved here. I am not too afraid, I am just simply pushing in front like there is no tomorrow. Centurion is panicking quite a bit, and I can see this T-57 heavy in the back. So what we are going to be doing, we are going to be trying to be safe from the T-57 heavy while eliminating the Centurion, and now we are turning around to say hello for the T-57 heavy overall. Let's hope that we can do that successfully. T-57 heavy is in the open field. Good, good, good. We are slapping him quite a bit, and we have BZT playing in the back. Now this is significantly worse situation than I expected it to be, but that is okay. Now look, our goal is to make quite a complicated angle for him to penetrate, but 340 hits are just shredding us like there is no tomorrow, and he's just showing the dominance. Now this is the problem with the mouse which I am talking about and which I was highlighting. Everything is fine until you are not meeting a strong bastard like a T57 heavy with a penetration, right? You feel like you are powerful, you feel like you can do something, but the moment you have met someone with good enough penetration, then the situation is changing quite heavily, and then you are all you can say is yow, 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 and then you are taking one for the team, right? At least this is how I feel about it. Maybe it's me being spoiled mother trucker, but this is my attitude towards the Mr. Mouse, right? Once again, you tell me, am I a spoiled bastard or Mouse is definitely feeling this way? Now, luckily our team is kind of winning this game, so we don't need to caco our pants too much, but in the same time we are in the situation whenever we are definitely down to fartable and when we need to double think what we are doing, right? Good, we can see the object trying to make quite a bit of pressure like this. If E5 is shooting, if he is going to be smart, he is going to find the angle, and he definitely did, and we got eliminated. The worst situation was that I made a decision to fight against this T57, right? Because amount of the hit points that we have is very, very good, but we racked a lot of damage loss from whenever guy peaked like this or whenever T57 just slapped us like this. Nevertheless, I don't feel bad with all of this, and it could be significantly worse, and considering that our team is winning this game so easily, we can't complain about this. So the question still stands. Do you think Mouse is great in 2026? Or do you think Mouse is a meatball? Because in my opinion, once again, whenever you're meeting tourist, Mouse feels great and everything is okay. Whenever you are meeting the player that understands that the cheeks are the weak spots, Mouse is feeling lackluster overall. But that's only me. Let's see the score. And we are back after the last game. By the way, battles went pretty long today with the Mouse. I was expecting, I mean, I have like 28 minutes of the raw footage, so you have probably 25 minutes overall of without waiting time and whatnot. Still quite crazy. 3.9 thousand damage, just a little bit of blocking. Once again, this is where the situation looks weird. We are fourth by the experience, we are third by the damage, and we made quite some profits, but once again profits are coming from the bonuses, right? And now all and all, to look at our session, we played pretty well. We played just shy of the 5000 DPG and 100 assisting damage, which is, once again, the score is proving that I am kind of wrong where the performance, how Mouse is feeling like nowadays, but on the other hand, you know, feeling is just... Mouse is not the tank which would make me scared or I would be terrified to see in the game. When I see Mouse, I'm thinking, that's a most delicious 3000 damage. But once again, maybe I am just simply special. Let me know in the comment section down below. And for me personally, Mouse is still playable in 2026, but you need to understand that you are kind of a meatball and you are going to be attracting every and each guy with the hits as much as you physically and possibly can. It's just how it goes. Anyways, love you all. Thank you very much for watching and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.